we're excited to have John here to speak to us today. So if we give him a good welcoming round of applause, we'll get started.
And today we're going to talk about emotional health. There's so many emotions that we experience throughout life. The first thing we have to do is listen to our emotions. What are they telling us?
Well, this comes back to our PBIS leadership team talking about how we can increase family engagement. And this was one of the best ideas that we really came up with, and we've never had anything like this before, but we understand that, kids' well-being and feeling seen, noticed, and heard is a big thing for us.
We've heard a lot about literacy nights and math nights at other schools, so we were thinking how we could do something a little different.
I think the biggest thing is just a sense of awareness. Awareness and being able to feel okay to talk about some of these tough subject areas. Wellness is something I feel like we truly need to talk more about.
In healthy emotional expression is listening.
This is one of the best ways I feel like we can start that conversation, not just with kids, but also with families.
There's been a lot of talk about socioemotional health and wanting to make sure that our students recognize what is good social-emotional health and being able to reach out to others in our community that would be able to help promote the positive in those situations.
Once you get to the point where everyone understands that everyone has emotions, it is then easier to build in interventions because it is not a secret and you're not the only one thinking that like, hey, I'm the only one that has ever been this angry. I'm the only one that has ever been this sad. Because emotions lie to us as well. And so this is about leveling the playing field and providing a groundwork that people feel comfortable in working in.
Happy, what do we do when we're happy? Yeah! It's because oftentimes when we feel emotions on the inside, we feel like we're the only one who feels it, right? But now we know everyone in this school knows what it's like to be sad, knows what it's like to be mad, knows what it's like to be happy. But if we don't listen to what's going on inside, we're not really understanding our emotions. Like sometimes we don't know why we're angry, right? We don't know why we're sad. It's because we're not listening. We're just letting our emotions drive us.
I really enjoyed the big open dialogue and the engagement of play, even with adults, that integration of adults and children. Parents can get outside of their comfort zone just like children can be out of their comfort zone and just have some fun while learning about different emotions that we all carry as human beings.
I think parents and families are also going to find a lot of useful information, not just from John Derryberry, but the interactive booths as well, as far as how we can keep our kids busy. I think a lot of times right now it's easy to put a child in front of a screen, and getting away from that, knowing what we can do in our community to help students engage more with peers, help students engage with their families, and help just families and community come together to promote a healthier lifestyle for everybody.
If they get to 23, this room has permission to explode with joy and cheer. That's joy, right? Also, coming down from screaming and yelling and celebrating joy and transitioning back into being quiet, that's an emotional transition. You just took your body from joy to calm and peace. You have that ability. You have the ability to go from loud and rambunctious to calm.
The elementary students were an A+, volunteering, coming up, going from super high and being super loud to getting refocused again, just an exceptional job. But I've been doing this for 21 years. This will be one of the most memorable question and answer sessions I've ever had, and really knowledge seeking of trying to understand what their little bodies are processing. It was beautiful.
I appreciated the open dialogue about managing, recognizing, and appreciating our emotions, especially for our young people. I also appreciated the play integrated dynamic. It engaged the audience, it engaged the kids, and I expect it'll open up conversation for families in days to come.
I leave knowing that I had the desire that I wanted, which is that as a culture, we should talk about this stuff more and connect over emotions way more than we allow ourselves to.
This is a good time to get together, and we have
little booklets that they can use to tell what they're grateful for and that's a part of living a life that is meaningful.
I feel like we all need to talk about mental health. We need to be more aware of it and help our children be more aware of it. And my children actually were starting to open up more and just trying to be more aware of what's happening with our feelings and our emotions. And if I can learn anything new to help them with that, that's what I want to do.
I'm very excited to be here today to share how mindfulness can really help calm anxiety for everybody, especially students and patients in the dental office. For example, one thing that we can do during nerves is use a squeezy ball and using our breath to calm.
Just one little act of kindness can change the way that everybody's feeling, and that tends to get paid forward. As you're kind to somebody else, let students know that we're all human, we all make mistakes, and we can all do better.
Just being open and aware and monitoring like how they're feeling. Sometimes that means just giving them some space before sitting down and talking to them and, you know, asking, hey, how you feeling? Or maybe engaging in some play, and naturally some conversations can come out in play.
Starting this sense of tradition and talking about mental wellness is something that we would like to continue for years to come.
Kids are aware of it. Schools are having mental health nights like Lake Mills is putting on, which is such a great thing to do. Here we are talking about emotions, so we're hitting the ground running. And so that's where the stigma work has really had an impact. We've talked about it more. Parents are more aware of it. Leaders are more aware of it. We have wellness programs within businesses. So we are making progress. One of my taglines is share emotions, emotions matter. And I think that's what I always like to leave people with, which is how we feel matters. And the people that we love and care about need to know. It makes the world a better place. So share them, and whatever you're feeling, it matters.